Children, how are you all doing? Hope you all are good. Today we are going to take up our next topic for this chapter, that is plant growth and development. This is your, you can say, last topic for this unit, photoperiodism. Okay, photoperiodism. So in this topic, see, if you divide this word photoperiodism in two, like photo and periodism, right? So what does it mean? Photo means light, okay? Photo means light and periodism means duration or time, okay? So now how can we explain this photoperiodism? See, what happens in a particular plant. That plant produces flower, okay? Those plants which are flowering plants, they produces flowers at a specific time period, okay? आपको पता है जो flowering plants होते हैं उनमें एकदम से flowering नहीं होती है, पहले seed germinate होता है, plantlets develop होती हैं, फिर plant का पूरा growth होता है. After that at a certain period what happens, उनमें flowering आती है, flowers develop करते हैं. Now that flowering is actually induced by that plant's exposure to light. जी हाँ, yes, this is the important thing. क्या होता है, flowering तभी आती है जब उस plant को जितनी चाहिए उतनी light sufficient amount में मिल रही है sun से, okay? That means exposure to light. So that induction of a flowering, okay, because of the duration of the exposure to light, or which is controlled or which is done in response to the exposure to light, is known as photoperiodism. जी, so यही topic हम आगे detail में पढ़ेंगे, okay? So I hope you got the idea or you got the meaning of photoperiodism. Now see, according to this flowering funda, we have usually three types of plants, okay? First is long day plants, second short day plants, and third is day neutral plants. But before we study these three topics, let us discuss something about critical day length. Now what is this critical day length? देखिए friends, what happens actually in every plant, there is a specific time period, okay? एक अपना हर plant का time होता है जिसमें उनको maximum amount of exposure चाहिए होता है light का, okay? जैसे suppose कोई एक plant है, okay? उसको at least 8 hours light exposure चाहिए, otherwise वो properly grow नहीं करेगा. That means that 8 hours light period is called as critical day length, okay? So this critical day length varies from plant to plant. किसी plant का 8 hour हो सकता है, किसी और species का 10 hours हो सकता है, 12 hours हो सकता है. So critical day length means that is the time period where this is must, okay? Exposure of light is must for the development of the plant, all right? Now, but here, if suppose we study this long day plant, what is long day plant, okay? So long day plants are those plants where, see, this is the picture given here, you will easily understand with this picture. This is for long day plants. This is the critical day length. इतना इसको चाहिए ही होता है उसकी growth के लिए. Now, if the exposure of light, all right, to this particular plant is above than the critical photo period, जितना उसका critical photo period है, अगर उससे ज़्यादा उसको light मिल रहा है, more light is given to this plant, only then it will bear or it will produce flowers. Yes, okay? But if this plant is not getting enough light, or you can say it is getting light below than its critical period, मतलब इतनी तो light इसको चाहिए ही चाहिए, but for flowering it has to get more light, so only then it will bear flowers. If it is getting less light or below critical period it's getting light, it won't flower, इसमें कोई flowering नहीं आएगी. You can say here no flowering is written, okay? So those plants which requires the exposure of light above than the critical photo period, they are known as long day plants. Is it clear? It's very easy, not difficult, okay? So this is about the long day plants. Then short day plants, this is the critical period for short day plants. So critical photo period of a particular plant is really very important to understand the concept of photoperiodism. All right, now in short day plants, what happens when the exposure of light, if the exposure of light is below than the critical period, only then the flower will start developing, okay, or it will bear flowers if the light exposure is below. इसीलिए तो बोल रहे हैं short day plants, ज़्यादा light नहीं चाहिए, that's why it's short day. So if suppose the light exposure is more, it won't flower, no flowering, okay. दिस इज़ द शॉर्ट डे प्लांट्स. वेयर एज डे न्यूट्रल मीन्स इनको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप जितनी इनको लाइट एक्सपोजर कर रहे हो, जो भी कर रहे हो, जैसे ही प्लांट प्रॉपर डेवलप हो जाता है, इट विल स्टार्ट प्रोड्यूसिंग फ्लावर्स विदाउट एनी रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस लाइट कंडीशंस एंड ऑल, एक्सपोजर टू लाइट, ओके. इसको इससे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता वेदर यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग इट मोर लाइट देन क्रिटिकल पीरियड और लेस लाइट, ओके. सो दोज टाइप ऑफ प्लांट्स, यहाँ भी लिखा है देखिए, वेयर देयर इज नो सच रिलेशन बिटवीन एक्सपोजर टू लाइट ड्यूरेशन एंड इंडक्शन ऑफ फ्लावरिंग, ओके, सच टाइप ऑफ प्लांट्स आर कॉल्ड एज डे न्यूट्रल प्लांट्स. सो दिस इज अबाउट photoperiodism. Now see, here is the definition given: the response of the plants to periods of day, night and even night period is also important, okay. So जैसे ही जितना दिन है उतना ही जो night period है, that is also important. The dark period is also of equal importance, okay. Flowering in certain plants depends not only the combination of light and dark exposures but also their relative durations, okay. It doesn't mean that only light is required, dark period is also required at a particular duration, so it is like that. Now the question is, okay, you know now the plants requires exposure of light, but what is that part, where is that part which will actually absorb light, okay. जो plant है उसका कौन सा part light absorb करता है sunlight से? So the site of perception of light and even dark durations are the leaves, okay. Leaves are, आपको पता है leaves ही होती है ना जो photosynthesis भी करती हैं, and because of the pigment chlorophyll, okay, they capture the light, so leaves are main organs. And not only that, some hormonal substances, अब आपने पढ़ा है फोटो रेगुलेटर्स जो भी हैं और भी जो हार्मोन्स होते हैं, those substances are also responsible for flowering. So exposure of light plus hormonal substances, they are going to initiate the process of flowering in the plants, okay. Now these hormones, you know how they work, okay. They are produced somewhere and then they migrate from leaves to shoot apices, okay, for inducing flowering. Only when the plants are exposed to the necessary inductive photoperiod. What happens? Hormones जहाँ बनते हैं वहाँ से कहाँ जाते हैं ये? They migrate from leaves, leaves से जाते हैं to shoot apices, जो shoot apices है वहाँ पर, and then further flowering starts developing. Okay, so this is about photoperiodism. I hope you are clear now. Okay. Now the next topic is vernalization. See, vernalization को अगर हम simple words में बोले तो this is simply cold treatment in simple way. When a plant requires cold treatment for its proper growth, that phenomena or that process is called as vernalization in simple words, okay. So see, exposure to low temperature, okay. When a plant is exposed to low temperatures, it will start flowering, उसमें flowers आना शुरू हो जाएंगे. वहाँ आपने देखा कि exposure to light होता है, but यहाँ पर cold treatment भी ज़रूरी होता है. So those plants are, means they are vernalized or they are showing vernalization, okay. Actually, what is the purpose of vernalization? Here it is written that it prevents precocious reproductive development late in the growing season. What is precocious? Precocious का मतलब होता है sometimes what happens, plants show early development than usual. कई बार plants में होता है ना एकदम से fruit ripe करना शुरू हो जाता है, उसका time नहीं हुआ होता है, but because of some conditions and environmental conditions, okay, that fruit ripes early than its actual time, or sometimes flowering जल्दी आ जाती है, okay, then expected time, so that is called as precocious. So इस precocious प्रोसेस को वो क्या करता है, लेट करता है, जो उसका एग्जैक्ट टाइम है उसको लाने की कोशिश करता है, ओके. सो इट इनेबल्स द प्लांट टू हैव सफिशिएंट टाइम टू रीच मैच्योरिटी. वो उसका प्रॉपर टाइम, जितना उसको प्लांट को टाइम लेना है अपनी मैच्योरिटी के लिए, वो उसको हेल्प करता है. कौन सा प्रोसेस? वर्नलाइजेशन मीन्स कोल्ड ट्रीटमेंट, ओके. सो here it is again written that vernalization refers especially to the promotion of flowering by a period of low temperature. Okay, so low temperature will induce flowering. This is vernalization. There are some examples like wheat, barley, rye. Actually these plant species have two kind of varieties, winter and spring. जो spring वाली होती है, these are actually grown in spring season, okay, and then they will produce flower likewise. Whereas the winter varieties, अगर आप winter varieties को spring में grow करेंगे तो वो plant properly grow नहीं करेगा. That's why we have to grow them, we have to sow the seeds in autumn and they will germinate, and over winter they will come into a proper seedlings. Okay, so for winter varieties we have to plant them in autumn, okay, not in spring. So तभी तो आगे विंटर में वो प्रॉपरली जर्मिनेट करके नई प्लांटलेट्स वो डेवलप करेंगे. ओके, नॉट ओनली दैट, देर आर सम अदर एग्जाम्पल्स, बाइनियल्स. ओके, बाइनियल्स मीन्स जो फ्लावरिंग प्रोड्यूस करते हैं एंड देन दे डाई इन द सेकेंड सीजन. मीन्स 2 year लाइफ स्पैन जो होता है इनका, 2 साल का लाइफ स्पैन, दैट इज बाइनियल. लाइक शुगर बीट, कैबेजेस, कैरेट्स, दीज आर सम एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ बाइनियल flower plants. They also show vernalization. Okay, apple is also one good example for vernalization. Okay, now the last topic is seed dormancy. You know that if we talk about seed dormancy in general terms, we know that when seed is not germinating, it is under rest condition because the environmental conditions are not favorable. Those conditions are unfavorable for seed to germinate. That is called as dormancy. But सीड डॉर्मेंसी मीन्स कभी क्या होता है, बाहर की कंडीशंस कंट्रोल नहीं कर रही है सीड डॉर्मेंसी. ओके, मीन्स सीड जर्मिनेट नहीं हो रहा है, सीड जर्मिनेट नहीं हो रहा है नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ द इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशंस बट बिकॉज ऑफ द सीड इटसेल्फ. दैट मीन्स there is a kind of a problem in the seed, not in the environment. ऐसा नहीं कि जो environment है उसकी conditions suitable नहीं है. Okay, अगर वो suitable भी है फिर भी seed germinate नहीं कर रहा है, that means there is a problem in the seed. And what will be that problem sometimes? Means sometimes the seed is really having hard coat. Okay, hard seed coat is there, hard है उसका surface, or sometimes it is impermeable. Impermeable means when the seed is not allowing any substance to move out and inside, like water की movement नहीं हो पा रही है तो उसको वो अलाउ नहीं कर रहा है एंटर करना. तो जब वो अलाउ ही नहीं करेगा, वाटर अंदर ही नहीं जाएगा, तो जर्मिनेशन कैसे होगा. ओके, सो दैट मीन्स impermeability, right? So because of these conditions, and not only that, there may be some chemical inhibitors. Chemical inhibitors means मैंने आपको बताया था ना, hormones होते हैं, कुछ stress hormones होते हैं, suppose abscisic acid, then phenolic acids, all these are the examples. They may be the reason, okay, which are causing seed dormancy. Now the question is, how can we overcome this seed dormancy? Okay, so we can overcome by applying some of the methods like simple mechanical abrasions. Sometimes we can use knives, जिससे हम उसका जो बाहर की कोटिंग है उसको हल्का सा थोड़ा सा रिमूव कर सकते हैं. ओके, सैंड पेपर, और थोड़ा सा उसको शेक भी कर सकते हैं ताकि जो उसकी आउटर कवरिंग है वो थोड़ी लूज हो जाए. ओके, एंड ये तो हो गया बात अगर सीड कोट हार्ड है. Suppose the reason is inhibitory substances like hormones and some other chemicals. How can we remove this problem? We can remove it by providing chilling conditions. Okay, जब हम chilling means cold treatment, जब हम उस seed को cold treatment देंगे, okay, या or you can also use some other chemicals like gibberellic acid and nitrates. So if you provide these two things, that can also be helpful in removing those inhibitory substances. Okay, and not only that, changing the environmental conditions also. Suppose if environmental conditions are not favorable, you can change those conditions like light and temperature, okay, just to overcome the seed dormancy. So sometimes seed dormancy not only because of the external conditions, but it can be the seed itself for its dormancy. Okay, so by using all these methods, you can easily remove the seed dormancy and seed is then be ready for germination. So now your chapter is complete. Okay, everything I have explained. If you have still doubts, you can ask me. Okay, you can even ask me here in comment box. You can type your queries, or you can ask me otherwise. So this is all for today. I hope you all are now understanding the concept of plant growth and development. So if you liked my video, please like it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.